Oh boy. Hello everybody, I am Sampy, and this could be a mistake. This is Metroid Other M. I've wanted to play a Metroid game on this channel for quite a while now. Not really sure why I started with this one, to be perfectly honest. This is not a popular Metroid game with a lot of people. A lot of people really hate this game. I don't think it's terrible. I like bits of it, should we say. I would say it's probably the weakest in the series of the ones I've played, but it's not all bad. We'll get into that more as we actually play, though. Before we begin, I want to do something a little different. I'm aware that some people may not be too familiar with the Metroid series, or maybe they've just forgotten what's happened or whatever. So what I want to do is a recap of past Metroid events up until this point, because there's quite a lot of stuff in Metroid Other M that refers back to a couple of previous games. So you kind of need to know that to know exactly what's going on in this game. So allow me to present to you a very brief, and hopefully mostly accurate recap of the Metroid series. So let us begin. Metroids! They can come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, but usually they look like this. In their spare time, they enjoy screeching, floating about, and latching onto things to suck the life out of them. They're pretty dangerous. Our hero, the bounty hunter Samus Aran, is sent to planet SR388, the Metroid homeworld, to wipe them out. Genocide isn't always bad, kids. After blowing every last one of them to bits, Samus comes across a Metroid egg, and out pops a teeny tiny baby Metroid. Babies are stupid, and this one mistakes Samus for its mother and starts following her. Rather than squishing it, Samus takes the baby Metroid with her and delivers it to a bunch of scientist folks so they can do research and stuff. Suddenly, everyone's favourite big purple dinosaur, Ridley, turns up. Samus and Ridley don't really get along due to the small matter of Ridley killing Samus's parents. Ridley steals the baby Metroid for the space pirates and legs it. Space pirates are like pirates, but in space! Samus gives chase to planet Zebes? I don't know, whatever. Samus chases Ridley here and finds the space pirates have taken up residence. She sets to work clearing them all out and to retrieve the baby Metroid. On her way, she catches up with Ridley and gives him a sound kicking. Eventually, Samus finds the baby, but it's massive! After initially attacking Samus, the Metroid seems to remember that Samus is her new mummy and flies off. Samus then finds herself in an immense battle with Mother Brain, the leader of the space pirates. Things look pretty grim when Samus is left paralysed after Mother Brain nails her with a particularly nasty attack. Mother Brain charges up for the final blow, but the infant Metroid swoops in and saves the day. It latches onto Mother Brain, absorbs all its energy, and then drops down to regurgitate it all onto Samus. And then Mother Brain kills it. Freshly healed and wielding a shiny new Hyper Beam, Samus goes on to defeat Mother Brain, ending the space pirates' dastardly plans. Samus legs it back to her ship before the planet blows up, taking a few seconds to save the local wildlife on the way. Metroid Other M continues the story from here.
Why am I still alive? The baby. Time to go.
Okay, Samus. Everything's normal.
I awoke to the familiar voice of a quarantine officer.
Let's try sitting up, huh? Slowly now.
A dream. I had been reliving the tragic moments of my recent past. Thanks to the hyper beam, which was given to me somehow by the baby, I laid Mother Brain to waste. And the explosion that followed destroyed planet Zebes, along with the remains of Mother Brain, the space pirates, and my long-standing nemesis, Ridley, and the baby.
Come on, Samus. Let's go next door.
Right, let's get started. Ready for a quick test, Samus? Let's start with a little warm-up. Try a charge beam for me.
Alrighty, so we're actually back in control. That's nice. So hopefully, what with my daft little recap and the little sort of reimagining of Super Metroid's ending there, everybody has a bit of a kind of cool idea of what's actually going on. I actually really like that they redid the Metroid, the Super Metroid ending here. I thought that was really cool seeing that again in like 3D and everything, which was nice. This game's going to be, particularly around the beginning, is a bit... I'm supposed to be doing morph ball here. Okay, try to talk and do a tutorial at the same time is not a good idea. It's going to be kind of cutscene heavy in places, particularly this first episode, so I might not be talking very much. Some of you might like that, who knows. But yeah, so anyway, we've just got a tutorial here telling us how to control the game. I guess that's what tutorials do. So, like, you hold your Wii remote on the horizontally. 2 is jump, 1 is your attack button and the D-pad to move. A button allows you to do go into morph ball mode. That's wall jumps in this game for some reason. It really irritates me that they call them kick climbs. I don't know why they call them kick climbs, and I don't know why it irritates me so much, but that's just what they're called. So anyway, now we have some sort of practice enemies to deal with. These are just holographic versions of Gimas, which are like a common Metroid enemy. Although in this game, they're actually more aggressive. Like most games, Metroids. Gimas just kind of like meander about and do their own thing, and just you only hurt if you walk into them. But in this one, they actually like fling themselves at you and stuff. So, okay. So, sense move. This is one of the things that some people like and some people don't like about this game. Basically, all you need to do is just tap a direction just before you get hit to kind of dodge out the way like that. It's pretty cool. I kind of like, I don't know, it just feels nice when you're in the middle of a battle and you're just sort of dodging all over the place, but at the same time some people kind of think it's just like you can just kind of mash any buttons repeatedly on the D-pad and you'll kind of dodge most of the stuff that comes at you. Okay. So, whoops, no concentration. If you hold up the shoot button while you're doing a sense move, your charge beam will like quickly fully charge as well, so that's pretty useful. Here is another thing that a lot of people don't like, and I kind of agree with this one. You can only use missiles in first-person view, and to go into first-person view you point the Wii remote at the screen. If you're in sort of like third-person like this, you can't use missiles at all, which is kind of stupid if you ask me. I didn't do a very good job of dodging there. Okay, it's supposed to be a tutorial. I did quite a bad job. Okay. A couple of other things you can do is if you kind of like hold fire and jump on the head, you can do I think that's called an overblast, which does a lot of damage, and you can kind of jump on them and shoot them in the head from point-blank range, which is nice. Kaboom! Whoops, didn't see that second shot come at me. So yeah, there you go, just doing some sense moves, and it makes everything kind of easy. And the targeting is usually pretty good. Like, usually it will hit the target, although there, as you can see there, it's just shooting at the wall for some reason. So, boom, right. And then once you've knocked them down and stunned them, you can run in for a lethal strike, although again, this is sometimes a bit iffy. There we go. I had to kind of run around a little bit. If you run in with a fully charged shot, and then when they're down, you'll kind of grab hold of them and give them one last blast to finish them off. So, okay. This is power bombs. Okay. You kind of need to remember this. It's weird. You won't be using power bombs very much in this game at all until the end, but you need to remember how to do this. That's all I'll say right now. So yeah, just hold the bomb button down when you're in mothball mode, and it lets out a massive explosion. They actually look pretty cool, but we won't be using that very much at all until very late on. So just bear in mind that's how you do. That's how you use power bombs.
Looks like you took quite a bit of damage. It's unbelievable how well you've held up.
I wondered if this too was a result of the power the baby gave me.
Right, you're due in the meeting room. The big dogs are waiting. I gave your suit a polish so you'd be at least somewhat presentable.
Not even a fragment. None of the baby remained on me. I knew it to be true, but still couldn't help looking at my palm for a sign. Never again would I encounter the baby. Never. The finality of it struck me once again. Mission completed. The planet Zebes was annihilated, and all Metroids were exterminated. A simple report, almost dull even, but it felt momentous to me. I don't know how much time passed since then. Days went by in their quiet way, and people's recollections of Metroids and space pirates grew nebulous over time, relegated to a past concern of the galactic communities. Nothing more than a faded memory. Codename Baby's Cry. A common SOS with the urgency of a baby crying. The nickname comes from the fact that the purpose of the signal is to draw attention. The signal was coming from a remote part of space. I altered the course of my ship as if this detour had already been part of my flight plan. Baby's cry. It was as though it was crying specifically for me.
we're in control again. Okay. So, these examining sections, these are kind of, again, these are a section of the game that people really don't like. I don't like these either. This one's not so bad, but anyway, the basic idea is you are forced into a first-person view and you have to find something on the screen to look at in order to continue. If you can't find that certain thing, you're just going to be stuck in the screen forever. This one's not so bad. What we're supposed to do here is look at the little logo on this ship over here.
Galactic Federation, huh?
Alright, so let's head to the source of that explosion. Yeah, those sections are kind of stupid. There's a couple later in the game where the thing you're supposed to look at isn't apparently obvious, and they're kind of infamously annoying sections, so look out for those, that'll be fun.
Ah, fancy meeting you here, princess.
Remember me?
Anthony.
There's only one person who calls me princess. And that person is Anthony Higgs of the Galactic Federation Army.
Haven't seen you since that last mission. Hey, and your buddy's here too.
Adam Malkovich, a general in the Galactic Federation Army. Not only a trusted confidant, but also my former superior officer. Yes, there was a time when I was enrolled in the Galactic Federation Army. And then I was young and inexperienced. As the result of a certain incident, I left Adam's command and set out on my path as a solitary bounty hunter.
What are you doing here?
The first words out of his mouth were typical coming from Adam. To answer his question, I recounted the details of what had brought me to this place, and then I asked what circumstances led the Federation here.
That information is not for an outsider.
The word he so obviously chose, outsider, pierced my heart.
Commander, we're all prepped.
No dice. I think our only option is to use the laser to slowly burn our way through. This is gonna take a while.
The electrical system here is out, and we can't get the barrier wall to open. We tried using explosives, but it's tricky to pull off without collateral damage. What we need is some way to focus the power onto one centralized location.
Okay, so this bit always struck me as a little bit weird. I know we said something there about collateral damage, but I find it weird that that big explosion that they just set off didn't really work, yet this tiny little missile that I'm about to shoot at this door does. Whatever.
Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna go on ahead.
Adam hadn't authorized it, but I decided to remain on site for the sake of the others.
Okay, so, here we go. Samus has decided not to use bombs or missiles until Adam authorizes it. That's one of the key things that people think is stupid about this game, and I have, excuse me, I have to say I kind of agree. You know what, we'll talk about more on this later, but for now, we're looking to catch up with the rest of the team. In the meantime, bees! Well, they're not really bees, but flying bug things. We need to shoot them all down. Fortunately, they only take like one single hit to kill them, so it's not too bad. I think they're called like Rios or something, but yeah, anyway. Okay, so once you take out all the enemies in the room, you may have noticed the map was flashing up there. That's to show you that there's like an item in here. And if we actually look down here, I'll move position slightly, can't see it from there. You can kind of see this like little blue thing down there, that's the pickup. We can't actually get it yet because we don't have access to bombs anymore, even though we just did. It's kind of stupid. So, for now, we're going to go over here and shoot this thing with a charge shot, and that'll open the gate. I think the whole showing like items on the where items are on the map thing is kind of unique to this game. Well, no, actually, I think like like other games. Okay, so like Super Metroid had like it would put like a little square on the map or something if there was a room with an item in. But this one actually specifically says where in the room to get it, which is kind of different, I guess. It's very precise. For now, we're just going to run down here. I get a lot of the time though, even though, goddamn, more bees. The game will tell you where an item is. You probably won't be able to get to it straight away. Okay, so here's another problem. A lot of people have this game, and again, it's something I agree with. These weird over-the-shoulder set. Oh, hello. Little bug running across there. That's a little hint as to what's to come. These like weird sort of over-the-shoulder sections where you kind of move around tank-like, Resident Evil style. This particular one is stupid because there's absolutely nothing in here. You can wander into the ladies' room and there's nothing in here at all, so we're just going to turn around and go out. But there's a few of them throughout the game where it forces the camera into this perspective, and you can't do anything other than apparently make Samus dance. That's interesting. Pressing all the buttons doesn't do anything. All it does is just slow down the game. It just feels kind of pointless to me. But anyway, we're going to carry on up these stairs. This door here is locked, but if we stand next to this computer, press a few buttons, and we can unlock it. That was simple enough. Let's wander down here, and we will see this grate. Again, we don't have access to missiles anymore, despite just using one, so we can't blow that off, but we just need to make a mental note that that's there, because we will be coming back through there later. So, let's go up here, and let's kick climb our way up this stupid wall. I really hate that name for wall jumping, it's really stupid. Okay. Okay, the door just locked behind us, so we need to take out all the enemies in this room. Some more Geemers. Okay, the map is showing us that there is an item up here, and we can actually see it. That is an energy tank. And what you're supposed to do is roll up here to get it. But unfortunately, there's a little barrier in the way. And once again, we don't have bombs. Atherum has not authorised use of bombs yet, so rather annoyingly. So we're just going to have to leave that, and we'll come back to it later. So let's run over this bridge, get all these Geemers, get them out of the way, good. And we'll carry on up these stairs and to the left, I think. Okay, ooh, a few more Geemers in here. This is... Wait, can I use this elevator yet? Apparently not. Okay. Well, soon, anyway, we'll be able to turn this elevator on and we'll just ride that out. But for now, we have to do it the sort of old-fashioned way and just hop up the platforms up the side here. It's not particularly difficult, so it doesn't really matter too much. Once we get to the top, run over here, and we're going to carry on through this door, and I think this is a navigation booth. Navigation booths are just where you save your game. You stand here, and it saves the game. It's pretty self-explanatory. A lot of the time, you'll be forced to save the game. It won't let you go on into the next room until you do. It's not really a big deal, but anyway, I don't really think there's a lot in here other than more bugs on the floor. I never really noticed all the bugs running around before. But yeah, that's a big clue as to what's coming up. But fortunately, we found the team, so let's see what happens next.
He's dead. Someone or something attacked him.
Whoa! Get away from me!
It was obvious that there was some pervasive danger throughout the facility. I didn't know what had brought Adam here, but I did know that cooperation was imperative if we were to restore safety.
Adam, listen to me. Clearly, this facility is in complete disorder. It might be too dangerous for your men to go alone. That's why I've...
Look at that!
They're coming out of the wall!
Right, stay calm.
Look out! Anyone
Oh shit, straight into a boss. On the very first episode. Okay, so this is Brugmas. Well, nice dodging there, Samus. Great. Okay. I don't think we can actually do any damage to it off the bat. You can kind of shoot it and your shots just deflect. I'm doing a really bad dodging job here. But if we look at it and lock on...
This ain't good! Nothing's working! Listen up! Freeze guns authorized! Samus, I'm authorizing missile use!
Yay, now we can use missiles again like we could before. Alright, whatever. So, now we're actually making some progress. What's going to happen is... Why can't I dodge this? I'm doing a really bad job here. Okay, so what we need to do is... Wait, no, I'm going to have to dodge again. I really don't usually balls this fight up so much. Okay, try and shoot it in the eye with a missile. Boom, that'll stun it.
Concentrate fire in a single location and freeze that thing! And Samus, you attack the frozen spot!
Excellent, so now that we've stunned it, all our GF little friends will freeze it with their guns, and we can shoot it again with a missile, and it'll break bits off. And then we just kind of repeat that until we're done, basically. So, kind of waiting for it to turn around. We can lock into its eye. Oh, whoa, whoa, what's going on here? Why am I in a morph? But what on earth just happened? That was very strange. Okay, there's a lot of things I've never seen happen before there. I'm trying to lock onto it, but it won't turn around. There we go, okay. Stun it, little guys. Okay. And then we'll missile its arm again. And that breaks another one off. Good. Excellent. Okay, now it's armless. Totally armless. But not harmless. So, it's just going to try jumping at us now, I think. So we'll jump out of the way. And if you would like to look at me, please. Uh-oh. How did I not get damage there? That was really weird. Okay, turn and face me. I'm over here. There we go. Shot in the face again. Oh, okay, now it falls over. And we... Shoot the missiles just through our friends, and that kills it. And the little eyeball pops out, the big main bug in the face, and we can just keep shooting that, and it will die. Excellent.
Samus, looks like I'm gonna need to ask for your cooperation on this mission, but I'm also gonna have to ask that you follow my commands. You don't move unless I say so, and you don't fire until I say so.